We're going to take a tour of the village or town I'm staying in on Ikaria, Armenistis. Here's the waterfront. Very pretty, small, but surprisingly a lot's open in October. There's the ocean, the Aegean. And we'll continue onward down the main street, look across to some tavernas and hotels. Another view of the beach. A few people swimming, you know, nothing special for a beach, but I guess, you know, if you live in town, it's adequate. And you can see up the hillside, more accommodations. Here's some more tavernas. Mary Mary is where I went the first night here with the owner of the accommodation. It was okay, it was good, but a little pricey. Like more expensive than it needed to be because it's probably popular with tourists, but I stopped going there after one night, and you can see the geological formations here. This is supposed to be fantastic after a rain. It's all waterfalls and water rushing down into the ocean. Here's the other side, still a little water left over. And here's a small bakery I go to for spanakopita and other baked goods. Small, very good. Husband and wife. Got a nice Greek grinder there. I'm gonna walk down to the waterfront. It's a little boat that's been converted into, I don't know, maybe seating area for dining, but looks like it's closed up. You know, a lot's still open. It is Monday afternoon, it's siesta time, so things shut down and then they open up at maybe 6 again. Lots of tavernas here. The first one has been my favorite on the left. Pashalia. Real Greek food at real low prices. And I'll be going here for my last night. The owner was a chef in New York, but came back because he didn't like the weather and didn't like how it was there. So he came back and opened up that new restaurant. And we'll just continue down some more shops. Waterfront. Up, someone floating in the water at the beach, looking across to where we were. Okay, back to where we were when we started. Mountains and hills all along the side. Clouds have come in, but it's still very comfortable. The breeze, not terrible. Continue on. More tavernas, accommodations. You can hear the water lapping up against the shoreline and rocks. There's a food truck. It's been parked there for days. Cantina, so I'm not sure what's up with that. It's early, about 3:30 in the afternoon. There's a little gift in the souvenir shop that I stopped in and bought a t-shirt. Owners spoke English. Many of the business owners speak some English, some very good. And we're approaching the supermarket. Decent size. It's got everything you probably would need. Deli, feta cheese, olives, different types of other cheeses, canned goods, packages, frozen goods, drinks. A short walk from where I'm staying. This is pretty much the end of the waterfront. I'm not sure what that all tribes are welcome thing is. Maybe it's a accommodations, but up on the hilltop there is more accommodations. Big rocks, unique formations again, and the ocean. And looking back across to where we started out. Most of those are accommodations for tourists. But up on the hill, mountainside, there are houses for, you know, locals, and there's some vacation houses. You know, nice part of the island. More remote and not as developed. A lot of strange characters living here, but pretty nice. Mostly left-leaning, socialists, anarchists, communists, but a lot better than some capitalists I've come across. I'm gonna go into the supermarket and get a beer. Ah, here's the beer case. So I was looking for something cold. Let's see what we got. A lot of foreign beer. Mythos is a Greek beer. I might get that. And some other kind, I'm not sure what it is, but Mythos I've had and it's pretty good. Okay, I got my beer. Mythos, ice cold. It's got a thing that you can pop off the top. Interesting. Okay, well, we're gonna walk back the way we came down. There's a really good taverna that I like. They have a great selection, good variety. Sit down, they wait on you, you bring out the food, and then they leave you alone. So if you get here at 6:37, it's relatively quiet, and after 7, it starts to get busy, but not too bad this time of year. Take this little side alley, see these old houses, how they were built. These are probably some of the first houses built in this part of the island, on the coast anyways. This is an out-of-the-way spot. So it must have been somebody's wealthy house back in the days. And another house. Stop, stop, stand, whatever that means. And you can see the walls, they are whitewashed. This leads up to a church, and this looks like a fig tree. Some little figs. Right there. Okay. Here's the church. We'll swing over, look at the roof here. Well, they use styrofoam insulation. Sort of takes away from that neat, funky look. But I guess, you know, it seals it and maybe keeps the weather out. And over there, where we just came from, you can see that little grouping of houses. There's a little shop here that sells local goodies. Herbs, beverages, Spoon Sweet, local products, Ikaria honey, and this old dog that's been laying around. And we'll look back down the street, and looking back at those old houses again. And across the street was the open house I was at the other night, where I bought something. It was a pretty nice night. There's the woman there who's been very friendly. She had the open house. And back to the sandwich. Okay, heading back. And we'll get one last look at the other side of the village, across the little cove. Very nice. And we're going to go up the stairs to where I'm staying. Cats and an old lady. Alright, kitties. Very unique looking cats here. A little bit of everybody's color and shape. And here comes another one coming down the stairs. Most of them are relatively friendly. They let you get a little closer and then they sort of turn away, unless you have food. Okay, there he goes. Going up. Another accommodation. Not mine now. And usual laundry hanging outside. And looking back down towards across the other side of the village, up into the hills. That's where I'm staying. The owner is generous to a fault. He's always concerned about whether I'm having a good time and how's the apartment. And, you know, he's given me a night out and said to make sure he's see him before I go. He says he has something for me. I'm not sure what, but it doesn't need to give me anything. He's been more than kind. And still walking back, his little side view of some more accommodations, some big hibiscus trees. And that's the way up here. Very narrow and steep. It was hard to find, but eventually found it. Okay, here we go. The car on the right side, the white one is mine. And I'm right on the first floor here. My room is the one with the open shutter door. There might be one or two other rooms being used, but other than that, it's been quiet. And yeah, overall, pretty good for the price and what you get. And the view. And there's the pine trees that would, you know, if they went there, I'd get 100% view of the ocean, but I guess you can't ask too much for 30 euros. The ocean, some boats out there, other accommodations. Over to the left, you gotta turn for a better view of the Aegean. So that's a quick tour of the village. Pretty nice, laid back, a lot of interesting people, friendly, always talking to you, and you know, especially if you let them know you're Greek American, all of a sudden, oh, let's be friends, and how are you, and saying hi every time I walk by, and being very friendly. So it's been a nice 4 days.